I don't know if this opens up the possibility of not being allowed to be in leadership position, but in control of so many lives, you should be paying more attention. Tell me what y'all think.
It seems like it was intentionally done. With all the information coming out about this DCA crash with the Black Hawk helicopter and the commercial airplane, fingers are pointing to the fact that Rebecca LeBach intentionally did this. That's what it's leaning toward. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but earlier this year, the Black Hawk helicopter with Rebecca LeBach, she was the pilot, she was training, being overseen by somebody who was higher than her, and there were other occupants on that helicopter, collided with the commercial plane while they were landing in the DCA airport. Now, both aircrafts crashed over the Potomac River, and there were no survivors, none at all. And we were wondering, well, what?
You know, out of all the things women be screaming, right? This is the time for y'all to be screaming something. But I'm pretty sure there's not I ain't see there's one talking about it right now, but I ain't see a lot of people talking. It's like this will be clear cut definition of dodging accountability because y'all like all together, right? Women power and all that. What up? What y'all think? And ma'am, why was you listening but you're training? Well, you can't answer that question. Y'all gonna hear in a second.
What happened? Maybe she didn't see, maybe she turned. But then remember, there was the recordings coming out from the tower where the tower explicitly said, hey, there's this plane coming in, and she still didn't listen. So let's go ahead and read through what's being reported now. The pilot of the Black Hawk helicopter that collided with the American Airlines passenger airplane did not comply with the directions to change course seconds before the fatal incident, a bombshell new report has revealed. On the night of January 29th, Army Black Hawk pilot Captain Rebecca LeBach was conducting an annual flight evaluation with her co-pilot, Chief Warrant Officer 2, Andrew Eves, who was serving as her flight instructor. 3 months on, new details published by the New York Times revealed that the pilot made more than one mistake, leading to one of the worst catastrophes in aviation history. Not only was LeBach flying her Black Hawk too high, but in the final moments before the impact, she failed to take advice and instruction from her co-pilot to switch course. LeBach's piloting skills were being tested during the evaluation on the fateful night, before the crew were informed that an aircraft was nearby, according to the report. Just 15 seconds before colliding with the commercial airplane, air traffic control told LeBach and Eves to turn left, but she did not do so. Seconds before impact, co-pilot Eves then turned to LeBach in the cockpit and told her that air traffic control wanted her to turn left. She still did not do so. Investigators may never know why LeBach did not change course that day. Might I add that 67 people lost their life that night. And people were so upset with Trump saying that it was DEI, right? A lot of the questions that come up about DEI, and I know that when people hear DEI, they think, oh, black, he's attacking black. But at the root of the issue is competency. Competency. And I don't know any competent, cognitively well person that would fail to follow directions when they're
learning and training. Yeah, absolutely right. And I don't understand it. I don't know. But y'all love women this, women that. What about women like this? But we have the bad men. We see them all the time. Why y'all not pointing out these ones? I don't know.
You're not a loser because you make $50,000 a year before taxes. You're a loser because despite all of the effort women have put in the last 5 years on this app trying to explain to you what they want in a partner, you still go on the internet finding other losers that you would rather listen to about what women want.
Yeah, y'all may have started this talking point, but your talking point is full of hoes. We all know it's full of hoes. What are you talking about? That's why guys are not siding with it, because if you're right, nobody would fight against you. Clearly you're wrong and you just want to be right to the death of you. That way that you can just say we're wrong. And who the hell is trying to make a move or trying to make a change? And y'all don't never have the same standpoint. Never. One wants to be fully taken care of with no repercussions and or actions done on their behalf, and the other one seems to want to be fair but wants to be treated like it's like 10 different versions, and I'm not about to sit here and point them all out for you because y'all are too grown to be saying shit like this.
We have created maps, diagrams, graphs to help the horse get to the fucking water. But because you would rather value what other men say what women want over what we say we want, you're lonely.
What about the guys who actually mean what they say and say what they mean? Are those guys lumped in there? Because I'm pretty sure they shouldn't be. The ones who actually do listen. Because if there isn't the guys who listening, why do we have people that we know that we call pander bears or the panderer? So some of them are listening. You just don't like that what they're using the information for. Because why? It's not good information.
And a loser. This isn't just about romantic partnership. This is about meaningful relationships in your life that you can't obtain because you will not work on yourself as a person. We've asked you to have empathy. We've asked you to go to therapy. We've asked you to work on your trauma.
And y'all did all of that, including going to therapy and manipulating the therapist and only telling one side of the story. You have watched enough therapy videos like I have. Even the therapist will come with their own little sideshow and say, hey, yeah, they always paint the guy out to be this bad guy. But when they actually bring the guy and I start talking to him, it's like, it's not really as bad as you're making it seem. But don't let me talk about it.
Because you are so afraid of your feelings, you would rather focus on the superficial things that some women might want, like money and height.
You're the one thinking about the superficial shit. You decided to come on an app to train other men how to deal with you. Because think about it. Y'all always say all women are different. You came on, you had all them graphs in us to show people how to deal with you. But okay.
And I don't know, dick size. And focusing on the deep, meaningful things in life, such as working on your trauma, going to therapy, becoming a more empathetic person means that you would have to face yourself in the mirror.
Does it sound like I'm the only one that could do bad shit? I'm the only one that could do bad shit, act childish, and get away with it. How does it sound like that? Tell me if y'all think I'm wrong or not. It's like, what are you talking about? Where are these terrible men that you're talking about? Even the ones who do go to therapy, they're not going to be that empathetic. But okay.
You would have to face the fact that the system of patriarchy is wrong and it puts you in a place of oppression. And the men around you are keeping you in a box that you can't escape. And because you refuse to.
So now it's men keeping men down. I don't think you understand how strength works. Like men, if a man has any type of strength in his body, ain't no matter of fact. Let me not talk because I only speaking for myself.
To stand up to a patriarchal system that upholds oppressing your emotions, oppressing your feelings, you would rather be a fucking coward and treat women the way you do and think of us as a monolith. That
monolith. But okay, you say whatever you want. I see a different truth than you're seeing. I feel like you did this for rage bait to see what people will do or to go viral. But if this is a real standpoint that you believe in, I really think you should adjust that because that is weird.